If you're looking to get into MyFaction and WWE 2K24, this video is for you. This will serve as a beginner's guide on everything MyFaction has to offer for this year's game. So starting off here at the MyFaction screen, when you first boot it up, the mode is simple. It's a card collecting mode where you build your faction, collect superstars along the way, and then upgrade your way to greatness. As the mode progresses, more better cards, more superstars will be unlocked. So when you first go into this mode, the first thing that you will be greeted with is you have to pick your starter pack, and there's always themes for these starter packs. So you'll see the high flyers theme, powerhouses, strikers, and technicians. Now this will be very low rated cards, but it will also include evolution cards, which we will get into exactly what those are, what they do, and how you can use them to progress your faction early on. So as we open our pack, we're going to go with the Powerhouse pack because Braun Breaker and Raquel Rodriguez are on the cover, and I am very interested in using those two. You'll notice that we do get a bunch of powerhouses and we get a Braun Breaker starter evolution card here, and we'll go over what evolution cards are here in just a moment when we get our Raquel Rodriguez one here in the next pack. But we also get Bobby Lashley, Ivar, and again, you see those cards are very low rated. You're probably not really going to use them for much, but it is a card collecting mode at the end of the day, and you get rewards for collecting those cards. Raquel Rodriguez is the other card, and now you see what evolution cards are and what they do. So you'll notice on the bottom there are different objectives you have to hit with each card. Once you hit them, your card will be upgraded from an emerald to a sapphire, and the attributes will be upgraded on those cards as well. So they're a great way to grind a card, get it upgraded. If you like using a particular superstar, like a Braun Breaker, you can use him for a longer period of time. He won't be outdated as an emerald. Continue and open up the rest of the starter pack. We get the 09 Sheamus that has the persona attached to it, which means you can use that attire, theme, everything that comes with that card throughout the whole game. So it's not just for MyFaction, but you can use it in universe mode as well. And you see the rest of the pack. Now we're filling out our faction to begin the game, and this is what we end up with. This will obviously change pretty quickly. The next thing you have to do is assign a manager. And so we're going to go with the only manager we have right now, which is Bobby the Brain Heenan. Now, managers are used to upgrade different attributes, and based on the rarity of the manager, they'll upgrade certain attributes more or less, or more than one attribute. So Bobby the Brain Heenan is a bronze. He's not going to do much. Next, we have our daily login reward. Make sure that you always log in and cash in on those, and then make sure that you cash in on any locker codes as well. They are free codes you can put in and get rewards. This one gave us 7,500 VC. Now that we have gotten our faction off the ground running, now it's time to earn some rewards. Now, if you're like me, you're not going to be spending much money on this mode. So how do you earn rewards? Well, the first thing you can look at here is your challenges. So there's daily challenges, there's intro challenges, there's lifetime challenges. All these can just be completed by simply playing the game. And they give you MyFaction points, they give you these WWE points as well, which will show what those can be used for. There's also live events that you can do, and you have to have specific qualifications to do those, and you can unlock MyFaction points and other rewards as well. The next thing is weekly towers. Now, weekly towers is a great way to earn rewards. You're basically going to play through 5 matches or so, and then once you complete those 5 matches, you will unlock the reward that is listed there. And then going down the line, you get these different oddities or packs or MyFaction points or whatever the case may be. The next mode up is Proving Grounds. Now, Proving Grounds is a series of matches that you have to do, and you have to hit different stars or medals, whatever they call them in this game, throughout the match. Once you hit 15 of those medals, you then can move on to the next tier. Now, the tiers have different rewards, and as you go through the tiers, the higher the rewards, the more difficult it may be, but the higher the rewards are as well. As you see, we're getting some like sapphire nameplates versus emeralds and those type of things. And then you can see they're tiered out even another section further. Once you complete even more of those, once you get 60 medals, 90 medals, you get these different cards all the way up to a Ruby John Cena and a Ruby Ultimate Warrior. Now, again, the point of this mode is to collect cards. And so when you collect a certain amount of cards, you get different rewards for doing so. So you'll see we're going through quickly what these rewards are. 150 cards, you get a Drew McIntyre, so on and so forth. Now, these amount of cards seem unattainable right now, but really they're not that bad. If you're grinding the mode, you're constantly getting cards. All of the cards you get count towards this. And the top reward, as of right now, I don't know if this is going to change, but as of right now, is a pink diamond Charlotte Flair that looks absolutely awesome and so fun to use. Can't wait to get her eventually down the line. But again, this is just for collecting cards. Now, there's other ways you can get rewards as well. And if you remember earlier in the video, there was those oddities that came up throughout for completing challenges or the live events. Now, those oddities are used to basically create this card. So once you collect 5 of the oddities, you can turn them into a Ruby Cody Rhodes or a Ruby Rock, a Ruby Trick Williams or Roman Reigns, or even a Shield Seth Rollins, which is another Persona card, which again can be used throughout the course of the game. So those oddities, again, you have to get 5 of them. Once you get all 5, you can get those Ruby cards. Another way is through collections. And so if you collect all 9 of those legends listed, in this instance, you would get a Undertaker card, you would get a Rock card. So there's a bunch of different ways by just collecting cards, you get even more cards as well. Now, another way is through the different markets. Now, the first option is the pack market. This I would not recommend. I would recommend going no money spent, but if you want to spend money or your MyFaction points or VC on packs, you can do it through that. The next is the card market. Now, 2K is now controlling the prices of these cards, and they seem really high, so I don't know how often I or would recommend you going this route of getting cards that way. And then lastly is the token market. And so the token market is a really interesting way to earn cards. You basically earn these tokens, and then once you earn the tokens, you cash them in for a card. Once you get a certain amount of that tier of card, you move on to the next one. So once you get 8 emerald cards through the token market, you then unlock the sapphire tier. Usually it's once you get 8 sapphires, then you unlock the next one, and so on and so forth. Now, once you go through unlocking all these cards, it's time to get into the meat and potatoes of this mode. So there's 2 different modes that I would say are the heart of this thing. The first is Faction Wars. And so Faction Wars, you are basically going to pick a faction, whether it's the women's or the men's division. You're going to line up, you're going to go through all these different challenges, and as you're going through the challenges, you're going to then earn different faction points, which you can cash those in for cards for your collection, which you can use back in the Faction Wars again, or you can use them outside of the Faction Wars mode as well, whether it's online ranked play or grinding offline or whatever the case may be. Now, the newest addition to this mode is ranked play, and I know everyone is excited about getting into ranked. It is going to be so much fun to play through this. Different match types every 2 or 3 weeks or so, so we're starting off with just normal single matches right now. Everything is tiered up, so once you get to the next tier, so it's probably a skill rating system, or maybe it's you have to win a certain amount of matches in a certain amount of total matches, so like 6 and 12, you rank up to the next one, you unlock these cards. So you see the top tier is a Galaxy Opal LA Knight, but there's a lot of good rewards in there, whether it's packs, different cards that you're chasing by playing online. Now, playing online, I know is not for everybody, and it's not required to play in this mode. As you've seen throughout this video, there's plenty of ways to earn cards in this mode by not playing online, but online rank play, I think, is going to be a good time. So I'd recommend at least give it a shot, see if you like it. If not, there's plenty in this mode for you to do still. So that'll do it. As you can see, there is a lot to do in MyFaction this year, whether you're an online player, an offline player, or anything in between. There's a lot to do in this mode. It's going to be a ton of fun. I know I went through everything pretty quickly, but I'll go through things more extensively in future videos. I just wanted to get this out because I know there's a ton of you who are looking to get into MyFaction a little more this year, as it looks like it's a lot more complete, a lot more fun, a lot more friendly for people who are not trying to spend any money on packs or anything like that and just want to hop on and have some fun with this mode. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions about this mode, drop them down in the comments below. I'm still relatively new, so I'm learning the same way you guys are, but I'm really trying to sink my teeth into this. So any questions or if you want to talk about this mode, feel free to comment below. But thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate it so much. As I always say, I really do appreciate you guys showing support. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video.